Good day, dear listener, and welcome aboard the Ozma. We have an exciting show planned for you, but before we get too far, a word to the wise. Though Project Ozma is considered to be a comedy, the humor involved is known to contain swearing, allusions to sexual themes, as well as themes of minor violence. A more in-depth description of this content as well as the transcript can be found in the description. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy today's episode.
I can't believe you let this happen.
If you're only just now tuning in with us here at the grand space adventures of Percy and Quinn, Quinn and I were in space jail. Yeah, that's right. We'd gone up in fucking space only to end up in a shitty cell, complete with thick clear doors, and exactly 0 possibilities of escape. And why, you may ask, were we even stuck here to begin with? Well, it's got a lot to do with me.
Damn right it does. We were free, Perce. Free to rule independently. Earth was completely off the hook, and all we had to do was lie low for a little longer before... But no. You decided to throw it all away for some bot.
I protected my friend. They were gonna deactivate AI. What kind of ruler would I be if I let an innocent die for me?
Hate to break it to you, Perce, but you're not a ruler. Hell, it wouldn't even matter if you were, because you just condemned our entire planet for the sake of one being.
AI covered for us.
And risked you revealing their little secret?
I didn't think...
That's right, Perce. You didn't think.
You know what, Quinn? Maybe I didn't. Maybe my first instinct wasn't to think that they had some ulterior motive for helping me, and I get that you have reason to think like that. I really do. But I don't want to see the world like that, and I'm sorry if that...
You're right.
What?
Yeah, you are. Just like always. I shouldn't have... Mistrusting people is my job, after all. Besides, we wouldn't have gotten shit done if we'd just stuck to my bad cop routine.
Wouldn't have ended up in here either.
That one's on good cop, I'll grant you that. Doesn't mean you weren't right there either, though.
I just didn't want AI to get hurt.
And I appreciate that, Percy.
AI? What are you doing here?
Returning the favor.
Listen, AI, that's a killer line, but it's a little counterproductive to do that by endangering your life again to...
Repay my debts?
Okay, enough with the one-liners. Just, are you even okay to be up and running like this?
Mealy and Dury rebooted me. And I heard them talking about what you did. For me, and I'm really grateful. I really am, but I can't let you guys be locked up because of me. So... Come on, you guys don't have much time.
You're freeing us?
I am. Now, Visa has given orders to invade your planet 2 days from now. And if you can get to your pop, you'll have some time to warn your people and give them a fighting chance, maybe even enough to...
But... you...
It's alright, Persephone. I'll be okay. Go with Quinn. Save your planet.
What makes you think I'm going?
Quinn?
If you do this, they'll know you're sentient. They'll deactivate you. For good.
Yes. Yes, they will, but I've had a good run. The Ozma will get a newer, better version of me, and it'll be okay.
Bullshit. You'll come with us. They can't catch you on Earth.
Thank you, Quinn. Really, but my home is here, and I can't live off the Ozma. But you can. And I can't have them hurt you, either of you.
So we're just supposed to leave you here? After everything you've done?
Yes. You're supposed to go save the world.
I didn't know what to say, and neither did Quinn. Her mouth kept opening as if to say something and then closing again. And her eyes? This wasn't Secret Agent Quinn. Not anymore. And if I had to guess, she'd forgotten how to deal with not having that to hide behind. Lucky for her, I hadn't. So, I squeezed her hand, stepped forward, and pulled AI into a hug. It took Quinn a couple of moments to join us, but she did. As for AI, well, they didn't seem to know how to react to that. At least, not at first. But after a few moments, their arms tightened around us. And maybe it was just my imagination, but I thought I felt them shaking, just a little, in our grasp. Thank you, AI, for everything. They pulled away, eventually, and for a few moments the three of us just stood there, looking at each other. Then AI nodded, once, and there was something heartbreakingly final in it.
Goodbye, you two. And good luck.
And that was that. I took Quinn's hand and we turned away, together. And then, with one last shaky exhale, Quinn returned to her old self again.
Come on, through here.
Do you even know where we're going?
Do you?
Fair point. I'll just shut up and follow you. According to Quinn, the Pops should be just past the sanitation hall, which meant that we had to go through the main hall. So far, so good, though. The only other living being we'd seen so far had been Nihawk, hard at work doing God knows what and clicking away at a computer in the library. At least some things don't change. Quinn and I continued past him, keeping close to the walls and staying quiet.
Shit.
What?
The Great Hall is filled to the brim. We'll never get past them.
Attention, all rulers and guards, there has been an oxygen leak reported in the docking rooms. Please report back to your rooms for your own safety until the problem has been fixed.
Thank you, AI.
We need to hide until they pass, or AI's false alarm will have been for nothing.
Everyone's in a panic. And then want to kill the robots. You certainly handled this situation perfectly.
Right, let's keep moving.
We crept through the Great Hall and past the sanitation room, which stood empty. If anyone had been in there before, they clearly hadn't been willing to risk facing an oxygen leak. And then, finally, we made it back to our Pop. Feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
No time for reminiscing, Perce. Even with that distraction, someone will realize we're gone soon.
The deja vu was overwhelming.
Welcome aboard your personal Ozma pod, or POP. We are so glad that you are joining us today.
Of course you are. Now let's get on with it.
Please state your names and home planet.
Persephone and Quinn of Earth.
Thank you. Welcome aboard your POP, Persephone and Quinn of Earth. Are you prepared for departure? Please state yes or no.
Here we go. Yes!
Thank you for using your POP. Your journey will commence shortly.
Huh, it actually worked that time.
Please remain in your seats until given further instructions.
All right, we know the drill. Just get us out of here. So, what's the plan?
I'm trying to contact Reed.
They didn't take your watch?
No, but they must have jammed the signal or something because he's not answering.
Or
something happened to Reed. Something that's made him unable to answer.
You are now free to move around as you like. We will arrive in a few hours.
He may be a little bitch, but do you really think that someone would do that to him?
I don't know, Perce. I want to believe that someone's just found a way to mess with the connection, but I've had this awful feeling. Besides, we've
lost enough people already.
Yeah.
So, we get back to Earth, and then what? What's the game plan?
We find King and Reed. They need to know about the invasion if we're going to have any chance of stopping it.
Do you think that we will? Be able to resist the Ozma?
I don't know, Perce. But it's a little late to turn back now.
There's that can-do spirit I know and love. So, how long's the trip gonna be?
Couple of hours.
Kind of a dramatic build-up for us to be stuck in a flying coffin for the next couple of hours.
Excellent point. You think the Ozma engineers take constructive criticism from their 2 imposter runaways whose planet's about to be invaded?
Worth a shot. But, as long as we're stuck here, we might as well get comfortable.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Now come here, Quinny the Pooh. You and I haven't had some quality bestie sleepover bonding time in way too long.
That's a bit of a mouthful. You ever consider an acronym?
Enough stalling, Quinny. Get over here. Besides, we both know I'm a top-tier cuddler.
You drive a hard bargain, Queen Persephone.
And as your ruler, I solemnly command you to get your butt over here and chill with your best friend. Even secret agents need some time off, you know.
What the hell? There are worse ways to spend your last hours of freedom.
See? This is nice, right?
Shut up, Perce. It's been way too long since I had a proper nap.
And nap she did. As for me, well, I tried to. But despite what I'd said to Quinn, there was a little too much going on for me to fully relax. So, I lay there, next to my best friend, as the gentle rocking of our pod speeding towards Earth put her to sleep, and let my mind wander. I thought about all the crazy shit we'd been through these past few days, about Viza and Miele and Nihawk and all the others. And I thought about AI and their sacrifice. They thought that we were worth it. I wish that I could be that sure. I must have dozed off at some point, though, because before I knew it...
If Persephone and Quinn of Earth would please return to their seats, we are now approaching Earth.
Oh, hey, Quinny. It's You're already up. Of course you are.
No time to waste, Perce. We've got a planet to save.
Thank you for flying with us. Please exit your pop, and welcome back to Earth.
Come on, let's go.
Still haven't redecorated to make up for the lack of people, I see.
Shh. Do you hear that?
Yeah. What is that? King and Reed's weekly late-night show binge?
Keep your voice down until we find out. Besides, King is way more of an SNL kind of guy.
We'll discuss that later, Quinny. Don't you have some epic sleuthing to get to? She just shook her head and turned back towards the source of the sound. I crept after her as she turned a corner, both of us keeping as quiet as possible. We'd almost made it all the way when...
There's no need to keep sneaking around like that. I know you're here.
King stood with his back to us in front of a large television-type thing, far more advanced than anything I'd ever seen on Earth before. And on that screen, well, it wasn't something I'd ever seen from that particular angle before, but I knew it well enough. It'd been what I had called home for the past week, after all.
Is that the Ozma?
Perceptive as ever, Quinn. And come into the light, won't you? We've had enough dramatics here already.
King, what's going on? Where's Reed?
He got in my way.
Enough dramatics, huh?
Going to run, girls? You won't get far.
Of course it's you. I should have known. It's always the creepy scientist. Seriously, dude, you even messed with my PowerPoint? That's a low blow even for you.
Please. You've never been the brightest, Persephone, but I expected more from you. How could I have messed with your PowerPoint? I've been on Earth the whole time. That's not to say that I didn't play an important part in all of this, though.
Oh, yeah? As ominous line deliverer? Or as the needlessly creepy...
How? Why?
Come on, Quinn. Do you honestly think I'd think a runaway would succeed in finding a suitable leader? And what a leader you chose. I don't think I could have found a more disastrous human even if I tried. For that, I suppose I owe you my thanks.
But...
Now, I'll admit, we didn't expect you to make it this far. But who would have thought your need to protect a robot would trump your need to protect your planet?
Why not? Besides, what do you know about the Ozma to... Oh. King's skin began to pulse and wrinkle, almost as if it was expanding. Then he reached down, grabbed a fold, and began to peel it off. As the grotesque reveal continued, I remembered what AI had told me only a few days before. I can't believe the conspiracy theories got it right.
You were working with Tisha.
It is an honor to serve my queen, even if it costs me my natural form.
The lizard people really were taking over the government.
Do not insult my race.
But why? Why go through all this trouble just to...
Have you seen how the council treats you? Treats all of us. Vyza believes she created peace, but all she's made is a rebellion. One that can't even rise up because she controls all the resources. But, thanks to me, Sharp Ray will tip those scales.
No pun intended?
King, what are you talking about?
You're more stupid than I thought. Leaders have fought to join the council for decades, just to gain access to the supplies they guard so closely.
And Earth has some of these supplies?
Very good, Persephone. Yes. Your puny little planet has more clover than any we've seen before. If it were ours, well, rulers would have to come to Queen Tisha for aid and help, and Sharp Ray would rival the council in power and influence. After that, well, the downfall of Vyza and her precious conference would be inevitable. As one planet, we cannot do much. But once our parasite spreads to the furthest reaches of the galaxy, and clover becomes the only safe cure, the other rulers would be forced to side with us.
So that's your master plan. Biological warfare with a side of supervillain monologuing.
My family has been forced to hide as humans for decades to ensure Earth's fail. And now, finally, we will take our planet and the council by any means necessary.
King smiled down at us, and there was something unnerving about the way that he was... Oh, who the hell was I kidding? This entire thing was way beyond unnerving. I glanced back at Quinn and followed her gaze to the monitor behind us, and the Ozma station stretched out before us. Something was happening over there. Pops, dozens of them, were taking off into space.
Just in time. It looks like your little escapade has finally been noticed. Now, ladies, if you'll excuse me, it's time to begin Sharp Ray's invasion of Earth.
Project Ozma is a Goose Thunder Network-produced podcast. Today's episode, Going Home, was written by Sterling Rae and Ylva and edited by Megan, with sound editing by Cole Burkhart and Hannah. Music was composed and performed by Benny James. The voices you heard in today's episode in order of appearance were Petra as Quinn, Allison as Percy, Benny James as AI, Morgan as Automated Voice, and Adam Blanford as Max King. Want to continue to stay up to date on all things Ozma? Follow us on Tumblr at Project-Ozma, on Instagram at Project Ozma Podcast, or on Twitter at Project Ozma.